the money low, I'm a ground man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah.
Time to raise another banner in Foxborough. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the 2019 season on EA Sports. Tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6th Super Bowl banner as they take on an old foe in the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back to wrap up a wild first Sunday in the NFL, but first, it's time for Sunday Night Football as we welcome in Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers make their way out. The Killer Bees are no more. Only one remains, and that's their quarterback, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll dump this one off to Connor. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. On third down, Roethlisberger. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. on 4th down. Here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And taken right on the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings, arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much keep doing this? Is this line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10?
Wait, 20. 26 months. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Regular.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And the big story, of course, no Rob Gronkowski at tight end. Who's going to step up for the big-time playmaker? Who's going to give Tom Brady the security blanket that he used to have from big number 87?
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one. And a New England 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Wait, 29. Alpha.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Wait, 380. I got it. 2 times. Go bandit.
On play action, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. It's Hernandez. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Alabama, 380. Let's get off the field. Hey, check it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. On play action, now Brady. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are.
Black 20. Let's go, D.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
On second down, Samuels. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Certain guys gather universal respect with their play in the league, and Dante Hightower is one of those players. He can make plays both at inside linebacker, rushing off the edge, and the guy that they call Boom Tower is always a threat when someone is carrying the football.
Here's Samuels, looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. An interesting note about the Steelers opening up on the road here. It's the 5th season in a row that they have started away from home. Longest active streak in the league. And, of course, pitting them against the Patriots, two of the most storied franchises, especially in the last couple of decades. Since 2002, these two teams have met in 3 AFC championship games, with New England getting the better of Pittsburgh all 3 times. And you think of the Lombardi trophies, with New England winning last year. Each of these franchises has 6 trophies, tied for the most in the entire league. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way.
How about going and telling your defense?
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
We play to win. Let's
230. Like I said.
They start the drive with Connor, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
On second down now, it's Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
The previous play is under review.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We're scoreless after one. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. A reminder, coming up tomorrow night, it's the 1 weekend of the year where we get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game. Then Broncos and Raiders, Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and also the Raiders. Now, here's 1st and 10.
Double time, double time. 4 down, 4 down. Wait, wait, 20. Come on, D. Hey, Alabama.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You win it.
Well, I was thinking
Head
maybe...
Black 20. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. dog. That's the way.
They start with a give to Connor. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Connor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athlete have a short-term. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Wait, 53. Drop deep. Tight end right. We got 3. Alpha.
On first down, Brady. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Brady deferring to White on the draw. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake, Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 10 yards out, and the Patriots have taken the lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This one you...
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it third down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Alabama, 380. Watch 98 to Mike. Stay with your man. 72.
The drive starts with a run by White. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
I think he gunned down a few guys.
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
380. They're running it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And they give this time to the tailback. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter.
I think all we have to
230. Good track.
The drive will start with Connor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He wasn't ready.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now Roethlisberger on first down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd in inches. Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers defense getting ready here. And they have the 3 takeaways, but still losing despite the effort that we see on the screen.
And thank goodness for that effort, because without it, they're probably really getting routed at this point. Keeping them in the game as best they can, they've got to increase their proficiency in taking the ball away, because right now they're not getting enough help from the rest of the squad.
At the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After review of the play,
this challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Brady now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, here's White. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Brown's got it for a Patriots touchdown. Antonio Brown. As the first half is winding down. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we have come upon halftime in the Sunday night opener from Foxborough as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. Patrick Mahomes with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. And finally, on Monday night, a doubleheader to start the new year. Houston traveling to the Bayou to take on the Saints. That'll be followed by Denver and Oakland from the Bay Area. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard.
so you know what I think
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Open man, Gronkowski complete.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Brady's throw there complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way.
White 80. Watch the pass.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back counter. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And the last go-around for them, they tried to field goal, couldn't connect. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Play action, now it's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he's got this down to the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and that'll make it 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger, and that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This from 54 yards away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And for them, a touchdown, their last goal. This long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Two times. Hey, we got 3 down. Sugar!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
The tight end of the ball carrier. He steps out of bounds.
After reviewing the play,
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone.
Like 80! All day, every day.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
White 80. White 52. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll stay on the ground with counter again. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Hey, what 30? Max 50, Max 50. Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or 2, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing.
Situation.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now.
All right, now, 180. Mike 50, yeah. So we got man.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Black 20. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Black is back.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's
Still
go.
first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Black is on.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A gain of 11 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger on the left side, it's McDonald. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Black 30. Mike. I'm coming for you. Mike. Let's go.
On 1st down, Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Here's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point put through by Boswell as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Wait, 20!
First down, here's White. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just have been. Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down by 11, 1:15 remaining. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And McDonald here over the middle. 25 yards there on the catch and run. First down now, but that clock rolling. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The previous play is under review.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. Well, a pitch and catch caught by McDonald.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And it's caught. Yeah, he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long, and it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you.